Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. It's an honor for me for presenting my article in this seventh Profunedu Progressive and Fun Education International Conference 2022. Uh, Me, Aminun Nurul Khasanah from the Muhammadiyah University of Surakarta, as the first author of the article, want to talk and discussing on my study about the utilization of greenhouse in character education of elementary school students. Here, I will bring out the topic for our discussion. First is greenhouse, and the second is character education. We will talk about it, how these two things can be connect each other. First, has anyone know about these facilities, greenhouse facilities? This is what we call greenhouse, and usually we use this for gardening things and research that relate to farming or planting, something like that. And the greenhouse is a building covered by thick glass or plastic on each side and on the roof. The greenhouse building is used as a research facility for cultivating plants such as vegetables, or fruit, flower, or ornamental soil. And it can be used as a place to learn and practice student in learning activities and as a learning research. So that's why these these facilities can be used to teaching character. And as we know, it is character education. Why? Because children behavior and character can be built at a young age. They are entering school at early age, which means at elementary school stage. So in this education stage, we as a teacher needs to provide method, provide media, provide facilities that suitable for character education to students, so it can build a knowledgeable human character who will be a responsible part of society. So why is character education is important? First, it is a basic knowledge. Like character education is essential in education because it provides knowledge to students about the values of life and cultivates and preserves values in schools, community, and family circle and their environment. Next is character education as ground rules of society. In school, teachers are required to provide education to students to build a knowledgeable human character who becomes a responsible part of society next. The benefit of this is that person will be trust, respect, and liked by the others. And the last thing is character education reflect universal ethical values. Character education is education that develops character values in students so that students have their characteristic and values and apply these values in life. And what is that values? It is terrific. Trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship. So we call it terrified. The method of this study was conducted at Kleichauan Public Elementary School, or we can call it K1 PES, and it conducted from January to February, along with the internship program from the university, or we usually call it PLP1. The subjects were classroom teachers and lower grade students at K1 PES. The method that we used in this study was direct interviews with the class teacher and observing directly every activity carried out by students. Here the data result from the interview with the teachers from the K1 PES, from the grade 3 guardian teacher, it's a students are able to carry out their responsibilities well thanks to the support from family. In carrying out their responsibility, some of children take the initiative by their family circle. So in this case, every children characters it can shaped by their environment and by their family circle. But differently from that, the grade 2 guardian teachers said, we as teacher have also tried about the learning situation, learning method, but with many different characters, make learning activities difficult, especially for this lower grade student. School actually have many ways and had done good for developing and providing character education, but still there's a problem. And that was because of the factors, some of factors, like first, lack of socialization, and the second is teaching method is just implicitly. Number 3 is the punishment system. Actually, the punishment thing is not bad as long as we can take it serious and in a positive way. And the last thing, like the teacher said before, it is about the different character from each student. Like I said before, like school already put a lot of efforts, like providing of facilities and infrastructure in school supports the achievement of educational goals that prioritize character. Character education can be done using various techniques, methods, and media. One way that can be done is using gardening activities through using greenhouse facilities. Here is the reason why is gardening can provide opportunities for children to practice their characters, because first, gardening is actually a fun way to do and it's easy enough. And for practice children character, for the patients is to develop children's awareness of the benefits of gardening, to develop a sense of responsibility to maintain what they plant. They need to be patient about their plants, which is from production process and make seeds, planting, and caring, fertilizing, watering, and after that, until the activity of harvesting, so students will feel that they get a reward or satisfaction with this activity. Next is, in addition, gardening activities also require children to be responsible for caring for plants, also they continue to grow and develop. And learning to understand this growth process makes children also know the process of planting and maintaining. The last thing is build emotion and empathy. By understanding the process of plant growth, children can refer to learning about cognitive aspects relate to natural phenomenon and the cycle of living things, and to be able to instill a feeling of beauty or aesthetics. So they can reward themselves with patience and their responsibility over a plane, over a living creature, so they can build their emotion and empathy toward that plane. How to do these things? That teacher in charge of monitoring students and providing assessment. First is a socialization activities. This activity was carried out with an explanation of definition of greenhouse and the impact of the proper use of these facilities. Also, students got explained how the plant production process. After that, next to the improvement activities, after socializing and learning, the next activity is revamping. As we know before, like the greenhouse that existing in the school look poorly maintained, and the process of revamping the greenhouse can be done by involving both students and teachers, because these these activities can increase the interaction between teachers and students. And the last thing is activities for cultivating plants. This is activity that contained choosing the material and inviting children to go to greenhouse and start to plant seeds and maintaining the growth process until the harvesting time. In this stage, teachers must always coordinate the activity and monitoring students, also provide the assessment for students. As the conclusion for this study, the expected result of this activity is that the students, especially the lower grade at K1 PES, are increasing their responsibility, and it also hoped that the intelligence and skill of students will develop through this activity, like using greenhouse and gardening activities with the teacher, and the utilization of greenhouse facilities maximally will positively impact to the development of children's character, especially their responsibility. This activity also shows the importance of utilizing and maintaining the facilities that exist and provided by the school as a form for responsibility itself. That's all that I can say in this presentation. Credits is belong to all the author. I will gratefully to the all of author, and thank you for watching, and I'm kindly open for the review for everyone that watched it, and thanks for watching. And thanks for your attention. You can contact me from the platform below. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.